Hi, my name is François Laforge and I'm VP Engineering with JITbase, and today I'm going to guide you through the installation of the JITbase Gateway on your network. So the first step is we need to get a JITbase Gateway installation image. To do that, once you've created your account, you'll have access to the Edge portal. So the address is edge.jitbase.com. When you log into this portal, you'll see an image, a graphic showing the state of your network. So as you can see, there are no gateways currently installed, and no machines are able to connect through our gateway to our cloud servers. So we're going to select the Gateways tab. When there are no gateways currently installed, you're immediately brought to the Installation sub-tab, and here you're going to have all the information you need for installing the JITbase Gateway. You can use any virtualization software you choose. Today I'm going to create a virtual machine using Microsoft Hyper-V as well as VirtualBox. I'm only going to run the Microsoft Hyper-V one because this server is unable to run multiple virtual machines at the same time. It's just a laptop I'm using right now. And if we scroll down, we'll see the minimum requirements for your virtual machine. These minimum requirements are good for maybe up to 10 CNC machines that you wish to connect. If you wish to connect more machines, you should up the processing power and the memory of the virtual machine, or you can install multiple gateways, multiple JITbase gateways on your network, and then distribute the machines that you want to connect throughout the different gateways. But these minimum requirements are good for, I would say, up to about 10 CNC machines. We also have network settings. These network settings aren't just for the installation. Once the gateway is up and running, they need to remain open. So these are the rules in your firewall, if you have a firewall, that you need to open up to allow the gateway to communicate with our cloud servers. I want to draw particular attention to the third one here, the VPN, because the VPN uses both TCP and UDP. So your IT team will need to open up the UDP ports for these connections. So let's go ahead and create our image. So as you can see, I've already created an image. The image is good for about 3 days. It does expire. So once you've created the image, you have 3 days to download it and run the installation. Once the image has expired, it will no longer be able to connect to our cloud servers. So I've already gone ahead and created the image and downloaded it locally. So we can open up Hyper-V. I'm connected to this laptop. Action, new virtual machine. You can give it a name. I can name it anything I want. So JITbase Gateway. It's a Gen 2 virtual machine. Minimum requirements are 4 gigs, which is 1096. I'm going to deselect the dynamic memory. The problem is that during the installation, we detect if the minimum requirements are met, and if the dynamic memory is selected, the Microsoft Hyper-V will not allocate the full 4 gigs. The installation process will detect that it doesn't have 4 gigs to use and will display an error message. So it's important to unselect the dynamic memory. I'm going to select the network adapter that the gateway is going to use. The hard drives, I only need 30 gigs according to the minimum requirement, so I'm going to select 30 here. And I'm installing from an ISO file. So I'm going to browse to my downloads folder, select the ISO file, and select that. Next, here's a summary of the installation, and finish. Before starting the installation, however, I do have to modify a few of the settings. So under security, I uncheck the enable secure boot. We've had issues running the gateway installation when this is selected. Everything else looks good. By default, Hyper-V does select 4 CPUs, which is what we want. And there's no need in the Hyper-V to select what kind of installation it is, if it's a Windows, Linux, or other type of installation. So that's all the changes we need to make. So our virtual machine is ready to go. Before I start it, I am going to create one for VirtualBox. So this is VirtualBox 7. I'm going to select a new virtual machine, JITbase Gateway, I'm going to name it the same thing. I'm going to select my ISO file as the source. Here we do need to select the OS. So this is a Linux, and it's the latest version of Linux, so 2.6 up to 5.0, 5.x, 64-bit. Under hardware, I do need the 4 gigabytes. So let's bring that up to 496. And I do need the 4 CPUs, so that's modified here. And pay special attention if you're using VirtualBox, you do need to enable the EFI. This is considered a special OS. For the hard drive, I'm not sure where I have to specify the size, but I believe that should be good. And I finished. Let me just double check that. So I've got 4 gigs for CPU, and I've selected the proper OS. And so now my my VirtualBox virtual machine is ready to start. But we're not going to start this one. We're actually going to start the Hyper-V one. So I'm going to right-click Connect to bring up a terminal window so I can see what's going on in the installation. And I am going to start running it. So what's happening here is that the ISO file is going to install an installation software into the virtual machine. The virtual machine will restart, and it will take over installation of the gateway into the virtual machine. And during this process, you're going to have an interface to show you the progress. There it is. And so up here at the top, you do have feedback about what the state is of the installation. At the very top is the VPN. The VPN is how we communicate with our cloud servers. If the VPN is unable to connect, there is an issue with your network. You have to check your firewall settings to ensure that the gateway can communicate with our cloud servers. As you can see now on screen, it's green, so everything's good. This installation takes between 10 and 15 minutes, depending on the speed of your server and your network. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this install, and I'm going to come back in another video and show you the post-installation, what's going on. Before I do that, however, you'll see that at the top there is a host name. So this gateway has been given a name by JITbase, and if I go back here and I go back to gateways list, now we have a gateway that has been created with JITbase, and we're just waiting for the software to complete installation. You'll see it's a G874FFO, and if I go back to Hyper-V, it starts off with the same. It's hard to see on the screen, but it's G874FFO and a series of other letters and numbers. So you can check out the next video to see the conclusion of the JITbase Gateway installation.